What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some news from Bungie in the form of This Week at Bungie, and of course this one follows the March 27th update, which has been one of the biggest updates to Destiny 2 so far. So Bungie talk about some of the feedback for the March 27th update. On top of this, they give us a new gameplay preview of a buff coming to the Sturm and Drang, and this will be in the May update. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Firstly though, this video is brought to you by Gamerlink. Gamerlink is the #1 LFG and clan app on Android and iOS, and Destiny is featured on the app. You can find groups to play content with, whether it's nightfalls, raids, or trials. More importantly though, you can set up your own clan using the app, and it's a really great tool to form persistent teams to tackle content and things like that. On top of this, you will get a cool Houndish badge if you sign up for the app using the link below, so check it out if you're interested. It's a pretty awesome app. So on the subject of the update, they reiterate that Josh Hamrick did actually do some developer commentary on some of the stuff they've changed inside of the Crucible, as well as this the patch notes for the March update, which I did also cover. I will link that in the video description if you haven't seen it already. But Bungie do say we've got a lot of feedback about this update and will continue to monitor the conversation. We know this hasn't addressed all of the concerns brought up by the community. There are other hot topics we have not yet discussed, like random roles, weapon slots, and progression systems. Our team has been exploring each of these concerns behind the scenes, and you'll see them front and center discussing their solutions in due time. This game update was another step in the direction of our mission to improve Destiny 2. Now, the important thing about this statement, of course, it's more of, we'll talk about this stuff, we'll get to this stuff down the road, but the important thing is that they do recognize directly the discussion of random roles, weapon slots, and progression systems in the game. We have heard these things loosely referred to in the past, but this is in Bungie's official blog, so it sounds like there is some stuff, behind the scenes in the pipeline, some ways that Bungie are at least thinking about these things going forward. But up next, we actually get something a little bit different in the form of an exotic preview. So this will be for the Drang, of course, the exotic hand cannon that pairs with the Sturm. This is something that's going to see more changes as well as what we've seen in the March 27th update, and these changes will come in May at the beginning of Season 3. So Bungie say if you've been paying attention to the development roadmap, you may have noticed that exotic weapon changes will be part of the next evolution of Destiny 2. We felt like now was a good opportunity for a little show and tell. First off, senior designer John Wisniewski is here to tell you a little bit about the changes we have for two of the less celebrated exotic weapons in the arsenal. So John Wisniewski says, "Hello everyone, I'm dropping by for another tease of the exotic weapon tuning work being done for update 1.2.0. Today we're talking about the Sturm and the Drang. For those that don't know the core loop of Sturm and Drang, kills with one weapon reload the other while it's stowed. Consecutive kills with Drang will overload rounds into Sturm, capping out at a 20-round mag for a hand cannon. Currently the gameplay is focused on fast swapping, and while fun, this lacks the exotic flair that we were hoping to add. Sturm is also a bit unwieldy to use, and we're addressing that too. As standalone weapons, both the Sturm and the Drang have had their base stats improved for ease of gameplay. Drang now has Rampage and a maxed out magazine to help rack up sidearm kills quickly. The true payoff comes in the overloaded Sturm magazine. Overflow allows Sturm to now have a damage boost of 1.8 times, and this allows for a significant damage increase in PvE and crispy precision 2-taps in PvP. And now that we've told you how these guns are changing, let's show you how they'll behave with the current changes applied. And they actually show us a gameplay clip right here, so I'm going to play that in full. So as you can see in the gameplay, when Rampage is actually active, you can get 132 critical damage with the Sturm, and obviously this is allowing for 2 taps, so that's definitely an interesting change to the weapon. Assuming the weapon handles relatively well, this could be a pretty crazy buff for the weapon, and it may see quite a bit of use. Especially in PvP, it's going to make the weapon very lethal. It's quite interesting as well if you look at the way Vigilance Wing is performing right now in PvP after the March update. It looks like Bungie want the exotic exotics truly to be the best weapons in the game, or at least to provide, you know, the most powerful opportunities. Of course, Bungie have previously said that they are, you know, reworking or buffing in a significant way most of the exotics in the game right now. And of course, with this coming in May, there will also be a DLC, so presumably we'll see more new exotics as well. So the sandbox element and how powerful these particular weapons are is going to improve even more in May. And then of course, we don't know what else is going to be part of that DLC, what other loot improvements and things like that may possibly come to the game. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you're interested to try that out. Bungie have also said they will be updating the roadmap in April with more changes and things we can expect to see. So we'll have to wait and see, wait for the news, wait for that DLC announcement, because that's going to happen presumably very soon. Next though, Bungie talk about the Bungie bounty. So on the 4th of April at 10 AM to 12 PM Pacific, there will be a Bungie bounty on PC. I'm not sure if there's ever actually been one on the PC. There hasn't been a Bungie bounty for quite some time, but this will be in the Mayhem playlist. And basically that means that you have the chance to match up against a bunch of Bungie devs. If you can actually beat them in a game, then you will be able to acquire this Bungie bounty emblem. So I will link the blog down below if you want more details about that if you're curious. I think Bungie will probably look to do more of these on the consoles as well soon. But something else worth pointing out, Bungie Help did actually tweet to resolve an issue in which Destiny 2 players are being kicked to orbit with BAT error codes. We are temporarily disabling the strike and crucible repetition reduction. Please stay tuned for more details. So this was actually on the 27th. This was the day the update came out. I didn't see this until today. But if you've been seeing repeat maps, then this is why. Basically, that feature is not functional, has been turned off. It's definitely unfortunate. The game seems to be plagued with a few bugs like this. But Bungie did actually post a kind of March update trailer. Another one, we had the one with Josh Hamrick talking, and then they posted one that was more kind of cinematic with some of the weapon changes and stuff like that. So I'm going to play that to finish the video, guys. But I hope you have found the video interesting. Let me know your thoughts on those exotic changes. If you've enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe to see a lot more D2 content. For now though, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you very soon.
It's time, Guardian. Rumble. Watch your back, Guardian. No one else will. Mayhem, how will you fare against utter chaos?
Iron Banner.
Phenomenal!